What is going on? Welcome to the Dope Show. We ain't had a Dope Show in a while. If you don't know the difference between a Dope Show and just my regular show, Dope Show, I show what I found on my treasures, and I also answer questions that pile up. So if you got any questions and you want me to answer them, either send them to me on IG or send them to me, message them to me, or send them, just leave them in the comments. Some people just leave them in the comments from the last video, and I'll pile them up. And some of them I don't get to, and some of them I do get to, but welcome to the Dope Show. I am your idiot leader, Dope, and this is the Dope Show. So today we're going to be going over some stuff, looking at some stuff, and just having fun in the sun, baby. You know what I'm saying? So nothing left to do but do it to it, so let's get to it. We've got 2 questions is all we got today, but they're in-depth questions. And we've got some comics we picked up. We got some slabs. We got some pre-code horror. We got some magazines. We got a little bit of everything. So let's do it and let's get to it. Hey, first thing first. Walked in my LCS and somebody decided to get rid of their Conans. Now, this is Conan 9 and 10. I've got the, I've got Conan 1. And I've got the foreign Conan 1. And I've got a lot of Savage Sword Magazine Conans. But I never really collected the Marvel Conans. My favorite one is, I made sure I got number 16, which is the Frost Giant's daughter. But I love these. These are 2 single digits. This is 9 and 10, so probably not a single digit. I mean, that's some of that Southern education for you, but 9 and 10. So I'll probably be going down that rabbit hole and finishing my 1 through 10 now, just because I've got 9 and 10, and I've got 1 and a couple more other ones thrown in there. So, but this is number 9. Nice 15 center. This is number 10. And these 2 are actually in really good shape. So I picked these up. Really happy today. Found some other stuff. If you go back and look at my shorts, you can see what else I found. Well, just here it is. Speaking of what I found on my shorts, I did a short today about this. This right here is this is from Epic Comics. And it's Clive Barker's Nightbreed. This is one of the coolest covers in the run. We got a warehouse down. A warehouse. We've got a werewolf, not a warehouse. They're both scary. Trust me. I've worked in a few warehouses. This right here is a werewolf. A werewolf with some skulls. This is Nightbreed. And this is number 18. So if you want a beautiful cover for not a lot of money, find you some of Clive Barker's Nightbreed. So that is Nightbreed. And while we're here, we might as well get to the first question. Well, we got 1 question and 1 statement. Which one we want to do first? First, Todd told me last week, Todd from Todd's Comics, he said, nice seeing you on Biggie's channel. Yeah, I was on Biggie's channel. I think it was last Friday night. I don't like to do that too often. Personally, just a peeve of mine is seeing the same people on everybody's channel saying the damn same thing they said on the other person's channel. So I don't like to go on many people's channel and say and show the same shit I'm going to show on my channel. You might as well just see it on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So, I see some people, they'll show their haul for Wednesday, and then they'll go on somebody else's show and show their haul from Wednesday, and then they'll show their haul from Wednesday on this guy's channel, and then they'll tell the same story 3 times. And there's certain people, if you're Peanut Pete, and you're making your rounds, and you're on everybody's channel every week, usually what I do is unfriend Peanut Pete, because I'm going to see Peanut Pete on everybody else's channel anyway. So, I don't like to go on too many shows. You'll see me on Biggie's every once in a while. You'll see me on Metarog, or I'll do something. But I don't go on a lot of people's channel because I don't like to show the same shit twice in a week. So there you go, Todd. Todd at Todd's Comics and Cards. Nice that you tuned in, I guess, to Biggie's channel. Anyway, next. What about Ripley's Believe It or Not? 20th Center. We picked this up today. Cool book. I love all these Ripley's Believe It or Not. I love the Boris Karloffs. I love all this kind of stuff. Here is a skeleton manhandling a coffin. So, Ripley's Believe It or Not. These are cool books. And believe it or not, you can still find them. Giant-sized Dracula. I completed my, what is Tomb of Dracula? I think it's 80. I completed my 1 through 80 Tomb of Dracula run this year, so I'm excited about that. I also completed my 1 through 85 first volume of Ghost Rider run this year. Excited about that. But I didn't have this giant size because these ain't included in your 1 through 80, but I found it just laying around, so I picked up this giant size Tomb of Dracula number 3. So that is that. And Alyssa 555. What guest would you want on your channel? Well, you know, some people was going to say Todd McFarlane. Some people would say, I don't know, Jason Momoa. Not me. I'm a little weird. You know, my show is based, I grew up loving Monster Vision. I grew up loving that PBS late at night, pirate TV from your basement. I love that kind of stuff. Monster Vision, Spagooly, all that kind of stuff. So for me, I'd want somebody weird like me, and that would be Corey Feldman. If I could have one person to come on my show, Corey Feldman, hashtag Corey Feldman, get him to come on the Dope Show. Why Corey Feldman? Corey Feldman, you know, people make fun of Corey Feldman, but you know, when you step back and you look, Corey Feldman is my childhood. He's been in so many great movies. Corey Feldman and Woody Harrelson are my favorite 2 actors. Corey Feldman has been in everything I love. Lost Boys. Who don't love Lost Boys? Corey Feldman was in The Burbs. I could talk to him for hours just about Corey Feldman on The Lost Boys. You know, A Frog Brother. I could talk to him about The Burbs. I could talk to him about Goonies. He was in Stand By Me. He was in Gremlins. He was in 2 of my favorite Friday the 13th movies. He was in The Final Chapter and A New Beginning. That was probably my 2 favorite Friday the 13th movies. He was in Bordello's Blood. He was in Puppets. He was in Puppet Master and Domestic Toys. He was in The Zombie King. I mean, Corey Feldman would be the guy that I'd want on my channel. So if anybody has any kind of connection to Corey Feldman, get him on my channel. And since we're talking about my favorite movies of all time, I might as well just tell you, if I was going to pick 5 movies of all time, Lost Boys would be definitely in that top 5. It's probably number 2. I love Lost Boys. I think Predator would be in my top 5. I think Creepshow 2 would be in my top 5. There's so many good movies I like. I like Young Guns. I know I'm an old man. Old men like Westerns, but I love Young Guns for some reason. Young Guns is always up there. Maximum Overdrive. I love that movie. So that'd probably be my top 5, but there's 2 or 3 I probably forgot and left out. But love those movies. Can't get enough of those movies. My favorite movie of all time is Toxic Avenger. How could I forget that? Toxic Avenger is my favorite movie of all time. Supposed to be doing a remake of Toxic Avenger. I don't know if they are or not because I'm still waiting. I mean, I know the movie's done. It's got the little dude from Titties and Dragons in it. What's the name of that show? What's the name of the show? I was going to say Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like Titties and Dragons. What is that? Anyway, the little midget guy, the little guy off Titties and Dragons, he's Toxie. So anyway, we're getting off topic here. We're getting way off topic. So anyway, let's get to some more stuff that we're looking at. Today, I picked up these magazines. I love them. I'm a reader. But if you want to get close to my heart on art, these covers do it for me. This book here is all smashed up, but that's what you want out of a good... How many times I got to tell you, this is Terror Tales, and this one here, I don't know what number it is, but this is Terror Tales. And when you talk about Terror Tales and you talk about old horror books, I want them to look like a rat chewed on them. I want them to have cobwebs on them. I want them to look vicious and delicious. That's the way all horror ought to look. And this one here, we got this guy down here, and he's getting blood out of a turnip. He's getting blood out of a dead body somehow. We got these little rats with bat ears. We got this big bat blob coming back here. And it's Demon Night. This is crazy stuff, and this is Terror Tales. So I thought that was cool. It says on back it's Terror Tales 1. So it's ratty, it's beat up, but I love it. Here is my favorite cover of the bunch I got. This is Tales of Voodoo. Tales of Voodoo. And you can see this girl, he's really not putting the stake too far in her. If you're going to kill her and hit her in the heart, you got to get through the boob, dude. You got to get through the boob. He's just pecking the boob. pop, pop, peck the boob. Anyway, he looks like he's, I guess, Muslim, and he's going to kill this vampire with a stake, but he's just got the tip in. He just put the tip in. And we got some more vampires coming, so he better watch out, and he better get with it. And this right here has Drums of Doom in it, Skeletons Have No Secrets, and Chant of the Dead. It's all in here. It's all in here. Got to get you some of this. If you find these Tales of Voodoo and you find them cheap, get them, man. Because if you get online, it don't matter if it's My Comic Shop or eBay. These things are like $75, $29, $55. They're high for a fucking magazine. But the art on them is so beautiful. So I love this. This is a Tales of Voodoo number 2. And up here we got a date put on a 2/1969. So that's pretty cool. And the one that was in the best shape that I picked up today is also a number 1. This is Horror Tales. Horror Tales. And you can see the color's still real good on this. Usually red's the first color it fades. Red's still popping. We got dead bodies down here. We got a guillotine with a head chopped off. There's the head. There's another head. There's skulls everywhere. There's these mutant guys. There's the devil using the guillotine. And this just says what is this? Satan's Plaything. It's also got Screams in the Night in it. Beautiful stuff. Love this kind of stuff. And I wish they wasn't so expensive. I think one of the things I'm going to do for next year, there's 4 big books I want that, might as well tell you now, the 4 next big books I'm getting, 181 Hulk and 180. I always thought they were way too expensive for what they are. I'm not a Wolverine fan. But when you collect Hulk and you're like, what's the next most expensive book that you don't got? I've got 1 through 6, all expensive stuff. And the next biggest Hulk book that I don't have is 181. And that's how I justify buying it. Not because it's a Wolverine book, but because it is the most expensive Hulk book that I don't have. So I'll be getting 181, and then I'll be getting 180, which I like better than 181. I don't want to get in that argument, but if I could have a nice 180 or a nice 181, I would take the nice 180 over the 181. And after that, I will be getting, God willing, I will be getting a Fantastic Four number 12. That is an early appearance of Hulk, and you know Hulk stopped at number 6. So the very next time we see Hulk is in Fantastic Four number 12. So if you're going by Hulk appearances, that is the 7th appearance of Hulk. So it's really, really early. And if you want to get nerdy, the 8th appearance of Hulk would be Avengers number 1. 9th appearance of Hulk is Avengers number 2. 10th appearance of Hulk would be Avengers number 3. And around number 11, you get Amazing Spider-Man number 14, which is the first appearance of the Green Goblin. I have that book. It has a Hulk appearance in it. So he appears in that. So that is some very early Hulk knowledge for you if you want to know the first 10 appearances of the Hulk. If you want to go in order of just Incredible Hulks, you go 1 through 6, and then the next one would be 102. But Hulk also appears in Tales of Astonish 59 for the first time, and then he's all the way through that series. But all of them come after Amazing Spider-Man number 14. But we're getting nerdy, and we're getting into some Hulk talk, and we ain't even showing Hulk books. But that's what we do on the Dope Show. It's the thing that's different about the Dope Show than just your normal Show Me What You Got Wednesday show, which is usually just new comics and whatever backbend things I pull. But anyway, look at this book, Bernie Wrightson Treasury. I've had this one for a while. I thought I'd show you a couple more magazines since I brought them other magazines today. This is the Bernie Wrightson Treasury. A lot of people don't know this even exists. And this piece of artwork down here is the first published artwork that Bernie Wrightson ever did. And if you really want to see that, that artwork is right here. This is the first published artwork of Bernie Wrightson. And if you look, it's changed a little bit. And where it's changed, if you look here, he's got a human body burning it. He's cooking a human body. And for the real book, when it got published, you can't see a human body. Unless you look real close, you'll see a kneecap and a rib cage. But also on the back of this book, it is the same as that picture, but it's a virgin variant. It's just a picture of the painting, and it don't have the tile up top. And it's a really beautiful book. But if you ever want to know what Bernie Wrightson's first appearance is, well, not his first appearance, but his first published artwork, this is the book. You're getting all kinds of knowledge on the Dope Show. You're learning what 1, 2 through 10 is a Hulk. You're learning about all these tales of voodoo. You're learning about things like the first published artwork of Bernie Wrightson. And speaking of Bernie Wrightson, look at this piece. Is this not beautiful? Here we have Creepy. This is Creepy number 7. We've got Dracula. We've got Wolfman. And they're fighting in the ruins of a church. Creepy. Beautiful book. Beautiful times. What can I say? The last magazine I'm going to show you. This is awesome. This is another Wrightson. This is, Wrightson does werewolves better than anybody. Here he is with a werewolf. We got this guy out here in his trench coat. You can see the castle back there. We got a werewolf. Maybe that's Dracula's castle. This is Creepy number 131. So get you some of that beautiful book. And since it's Halloween time, I feel like we need to show 2 or 3 pre-code horror slabs. And today's title I picked out was, This Magazine is Haunted. This Magazine Haunted, you can find these. They're going to be expensive because they're pre-code horror, but they're not on the high side of pre-code horror. So if you want some cool pre-code horror that you don't have to really, you got to break bank, but you don't have to break as much bank. This is number 2, and I have it in a 7.5. We got this woman in red dress in distress and her husband. They're walking around the church at night. You can see the church back here. It's foggy. And the red dress in distress, here's somebody coming. Well, whenever he breaks through the fog, it's not really what she wanted. Oh, hell, Merle. We got to get to the car. We got to get to the 56 Cutlass, quick. I mean, that's a zombie. We know that them old zombies don't play around. Next we got another magazine is haunted. This is number 4. And we got a beautiful red dress in distress. And this zombie actually has some sense. He's holding this girl hostage. He's like, shut up, bitch. This dude with the torch is going to find us. And it looks like they're walking around this beautiful old church or somewhere. And the zombie is holding her mouth shut. So this zombie has some sense. We got a guy like Indiana Jones over here before Indiana Jones. And he's got a fire torch. And this zombie here is, he's got this blonde with the double D's with her mouth covered. And this haunted. This magazine is haunted, and this is from 1952, a 4.0 CGC Blue. And our last book for tonight is my favorite. This is Haunted cover. This is Haunted 5. And we got a red dress in distress. She was out. She is a hot-ass realtor, and she was going to sell this old-ass mansion up on the hill. And somebody wanted to see it on a full moon night. And she went up there smoking on some stogies and opened up all the doors and was waiting on her company to get there. And when she heard somebody in the house, who was it? Oh, hell, it's some zombie. This zombie broke in, can't find her, but look at him. He's looking. She's outside on the ledge. We got a zombie. We got another, I would say redhead in distress or red dress in distress, but I don't even know if it's a dress. But she's a smoking Betty, I tell you that. And this is a 2.0 Blue Label. Presents very well, as you can see. Just like this. This is the first dope show we've had in a while, guys. We're under 20 minutes. So go out, collect, dig around, get your mind off of this world, and just dig, have fun, get away from the day's everyday stress. Enjoy what you do, collect what you love. Don't go out and try to keep up with the Joneses. Collect what you like. And until the next time, read your comics.